Hey folks, it's Nate, and today in the garage I've got a little bit of an install going on. See, I got this trail tablet. I've been mounting it here for quite some time. Problem is, when I'm referencing it for maps, which is what I use it for, I have to keep looking down, and taking my eyes off the road is really not all that great. I mount my phone up here, but I'm figuring that since I use this Jeep primarily on the trail, it makes more sense to have the map where I can see it. So, maybe you've seen these guys, maybe you haven't. I've been a customer of theirs for years, and when they found out that I was a fan and I drove a Jeep, they reached out to me to do a review. So, we worked out a deal. I got me a tablet holder and a new clip just like this one, and I'm going to show you guys how to install it and give you some thoughts on how these things work. So, stay tuned. Alright, so like I said, I've already got a place to mount my tablet. I have it all wired up. I have a USB connection here to power the thing that goes into a cigarette lighter adapter. But I just don't love it. It gets in the way when I try to shift. When I try to do this, I can't put a drink in my cup holder. And almost worst of all, I can't fold this seat forward because this mount snakes down around here and mounts to the seat bracket. So I can't fold my seat forward. And that's kind of bothersome when you have kids. So, I've been wanting to move it up here for a while, and like I said, I had talked to ProClip online at one point, and, well, we came up with a deal where I'm giving them a review, and they got me a deal on a new tablet mount. So I'm going to unbox this thing, show you guys what's in the package, go over the directions, and show you how to get yourself set up with a ProClip. These things are dead simple to install. They're solid. I mean, I've mounted my phone on this thing for probably 2 years at this point, and it's seen a lot of trail use with my big honkin' Google Pixel with a big OtterBox case on it, and it's solid and it hasn't moved around. And while they did give me a new clip, I think what I'm going to do is take the phone off of here and mount the tablet onto it. I'll give you a demo of how these things install. I thought I might put the tablet here, but with my GoPro mount in the way and the CB, it just didn't seem like it was going to work out. So I think I'm going to put the tablet here. The phone, I'll figure out a new mount for. Either I'll get a mount that puts it above here, or something that mounts it down here, or maybe I'll just keep it in my pocket when I'm on the trail. I don't know. So yeah. First step is to get this mount out of here because there's just no reason for it to stay here anymore. So, I'm going to get that done. Don't need this anymore. Alright, so let's see what's in the box. Or bags, as it were. So we've got the clip, which like I said, I've already got one up there. But I'll unbox it and show you what's in here anyway. And we've got the tablet holder itself. Okay, so I've got, my tablet is a Samsung Galaxy Tab E, I think, 8.0. Nice trail guide sticker on the back. I got this thing for free on a deal from Verizon. It's got a data connection. I run Maprika on this, which I have talked about in other videos. It's a great way to track yourself and track other guides and whatnot while tooling around certain off-road parks that already have maps uploaded to it. But I'll talk about that in some other video if you want to hear more about Maprika. For now, let's talk about these things. So, this is the clip itself. And in here we have the clip. Now the beauty of ProClip is this thing's all made of plastic. It's ABS plastic, it's heat formed. You can see it's shaved here and it's got this adhesive on here, both top and bottom. And the way these are designed, the whole ProClip idea is that this is a clip that fits somewhere on your dash. And they don't make these just for Jeeps, just for Wranglers. They make them for my Patriot, though I don't like where they place it on the Patriot. So ProClip, if you're watching, find a better place to put it on the Patriot. I don't actually use it in the Patriot. On the 2013 Wrangler, it clips in a very similar place to where it does here on the TJ, up above the stereo console. On the TJ, as you'll see, it goes above the stereo. I've seen it in, let's see, the Ford Focus. A friend of mine has one, and that's a pretty nice mounting system too. The cool thing is it uses existing seams in your car's interior, and it just clips into them, and then this adhesive holds it solid in place. So yeah, it's just generally a very good good setup. I will tell you, be careful when you mount these things that this adhesive sticks well. So you'll want to clean the dash really well with alcohol or whatever it is that you want to clean it with. Make sure you peel this backing off and make sure it sticks nice. Same deal with this blue backing at the bottom here. This is another adhesive. If they don't stick well, I actually had one of this same mount break. You see how this is really thin up here on top? This upper lip here? I had that break because the adhesive, I did peel this backing off and I did stick it, but the adhesive didn't stay just right. And I don't know if it was an install problem on my part or what, but this clip here broke. And ProClip was awesome. I wrote them. I sent them a picture of what had broken, and I said, look, I don't know if it was my fault or not. And they sent me a new one of these back, this might be a year ago when I first installed this ProClip. And now here I am doing a review for them. So good on you guys for your customer service. I've recommended ProClip to many people, and I think it's great that I'm now able to do it in a more official capacity. Anyway, so yeah, that's how that works. And there are instructions here about how to make that work. And there's a little tool here, right? So like I said, it fits in the seams of your interior. This tool is here to help you spread those seams, right? So if, for example, this, when you go to put it in, you want to spread the seam open and then snap this in place. That's not always necessary for every install, but on the TJ it is. And then, of course, here's the instructions, which tell us how to do what I just described to you. And you can tell these are model-specific instructions. They don't just send you some generic instructions that say, make this thing work. Here it is depicting exactly what I just told you about, how you have to separate that seam to get the clip in there just right. So yeah, I'll show you how that works. Basically, the instructions say, separate that seam, position this and place it, clip it in place. It does say peel off the cover of the adhesive tape, like I mentioned. Same deal up here at the top where your sunglasses tray is. You want to peel that seam back and then fit that in there. It does say, I think, in here to make sure your dash is nice and clean before install. I would hope it does. I should have read these before. Carefully reinstall. Do not attach anything in the mount of the face. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Anyway, make sure the surface is clean, otherwise the adhesive won't adhere properly. And there's a picture of it in place. That's pretty much exactly where you see mine mounted right now. Like I said, I was hoping I'd be able to fit two of these up here, but it just doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'm going to readjust the camera, and I'll show you how to install this, assuming I have enough room here that's open. Like I said, I'm not going to peel off the tape just because I'm not going to permanently install this. I'm going to reuse the one that I have on there, but I want to show you how to install this anyway. Here we go. Same deal, plastic bag. That would have been better. Staples work. Let's see what we got in here. Got the mount itself. More instructions. Mounting hardware, looks like. Yep. Two or three different types of mounting hardware. And maybe a ProClip catalog here? I don't know. Keep things within reach. Yeah, it's a little catalog for other things from ProClip. Very small catalog. Okay, so that's that. Here's the install instructions for the tablet mount. Pretty simple. Basically what they have you do is remove that center screw, excuse me, which allows you to remove this backing plate. the back of the ball swivel here. Of course, you can see it's mounted on a swivel. Once you have this detached from the front piece, you mount it on here via the holes that are already there. And then once it's installed, there you go. There you go. That's your mount. So yeah, once I get things in place, I will show you how to disassemble this and get it in place. Let's see if the tablet fits. That'd be awesome, right? The thing I'm worried about here is this charging port. If they didn't put enough thought into this, the charging port may not be accessible. Hey, it looks like they did a good job there. There you go. Charging port is accessible. Good solid mount. It's not falling out of there. That's what I like about these guys. These grooves here, it's on the phone mount as well. The grooves allow me to slide the phone in on the phone mount. In this case, they're a nice lip that holds that thing just right. Look at that. Nice fit and polish. I put the tablet in backwards. There it is. Easy to get in and out. It feels good and solid. We'll see once it's on the dash. Still be able to get to the volume and power. Very nice. These guys do some good work. All right, let's get on to the install. All right, so like I said, I've got this mount here already. First thing I'm going to do is take off my phone holder. Maybe this will make the video, maybe it won't. Simply because this is where I'm going to put the tablet mount. Then I'll show you how this fits on once this is out of the way. So I'm hoping I can fit this here as an example. Looks like I'll have just enough room. Maybe. Yeah, I should. So I'll do that. Show you guys how that works. All right, so first of all, in the center of these mounts, see this hole where this is where the ball is, right? There's a screw in there, okay? You just take that screw out, and this comes off of here. It's kind of a long screw. Not terribly long. So there's my phone holder. Okay? And then what you're left with is just the base. Now, I don't know how well you can see this, just because of light being what it is. Sorry, my garage isn't as bright as it could be. Basically, what I've got here is the base, that piece, for the phone mount. Now, what I could do is just mount this to the existing base, but I'm going to try to give you a more complete install video than that. So what we need to do is, there's a nut on the back of these things. I use the nut and bolt style. So obviously you need to hold the nut with a pair of pliers or a wrench or something. These pliers are what I use to install it, so they should let me remove it. Don't want to lose the screw here. Okay, and there's one of my nuts. One of my screws. Let's get the other one. There you go. Apparently there's a Moana sticker underneath here. Ha! My kids. All right. Well, that's how we'll easily tell the old one from the new one, right? All right, and then this I'm going to put back together just so I don't lose any pieces. It's really not that hard. There you have it. There's my Google Pixel phone mount that I have used for quite some time. So that's that. Now, like I said, my GoPro mount is kind of in the way here, but here's how this works. We find their little spreader tool here. Here it is. So what they were saying was you want to separate the plastic here. Now, since I have the other one already in here and I have an aftermarket stereo, there isn't much separating that has to happen here. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. So basically, you'd put this in here, you'd pry a little bit, and then this clips right in there. Okay? This might not fit perfect simply because it's not over here where it's really meant to be. Okay, and then once that's in there, like I said, before you would do any of this, you'd peel off that tape. I didn't do that because, you know, reasons. Now you'll push this in here until you hear it goes click. That means that it's actually mounted where it needs to be. And for that, you will have to pry a bit. I don't think I can get it to fit over here just right. But you get the idea. And then this part, clip, there you go. Your Pro clip is clipped. Even without the tape, that is, even without the adhesive that is, that's a pretty solid mount. I love these things. The one on the JK, it was so solid, I never put the adhesive on. I'm not recommending you do that, but that way it was removable. If I ever wanted to take it out because I wanted a cleaner look, or I didn't want to mount my phone or whatever, I could just pop it off and it was out of the way. Or if I wanted to pop it off to change mounts on it or something, it was so simple. Now, like I said, I wouldn't recommend that. They say to use the adhesive, and I recommend it too, because like I said, on the TJ one, the adhesive didn't quite stick right when I did it the first time, and that clip broke. And I don't want to see that happen to you. I'm sure Pro Clip doesn't want to see that happen to you either. So that's how the clip installs. I mean, that was easy. It took me 5 minutes, even including disassembling my old one. Now, putting on this guy should be pretty easy. What I'm going to do is reuse the bolts and the holes. In fact, I didn't use the lower ones. Maybe I should drill those out and use them. Let me get some power tools. Okay, now the tablet holder comes with 2 sets of screws. There's these nut and bolt style screws, and then there's these self-tapping screws. The clip has holes started, as you can hopefully see there. You could use the self-tapping screws. I'm not a self-tapping screw kind of guy. If I can get a nut and bolt or a screw and bolt on something, I'm generally going to do that instead of just using a self-tapping screw. So that's what I'm going to do. To do that, what you need to do is take the holes that you're going to mount to and drill them out to the right size. So, let's see what size I used. 5/32. Is that really 5/32? Indeed it is. 5/32 it is. So, take my power drill. Obviously I don't want to destroy my dash here, so I'm going to be careful. This won't take much. Where'd my screwdriver go? There it is. I'm going to take this apart like I mentioned. On the old one I've got, this wasn't really a problem, but on the new one, the back is sort of press fit in there, not just held in with the screw. On the old one, it was just the screw, so something you'll have to be aware of. There we go. Get them lined up. I'm going to reuse my old bolts here if I can. There's one. What you could do is mount this before it's on your dash. That's probably the better way to do this. But since I already have this mounted, can't exactly take it off and expect the adhesive to last. There we go. Okay, now for these bottom two, which I did not use when I put the phone on, I'm going to use the new hardware that came with the tablet mount. Look at that, the holes are perfect. These are a bit long for my application, but I can live with that. Probably could have got away with just 2 of these again, but I like Having things solid when I have something as large as a tablet mounted on there. It's already pretty good. Okay. Now the next thing is to mount the tablet mount. So basically put your screwdriver through there. Rotate the ball so it's right. Now you'll see there's like a square socket in the ball there. That mates onto a square post on the back. There you have it. I found that you need to keep that screw pretty tight, at least on my old tab, my old mount. That may not be the case on the newer one. It seems a little stiffer, the new one. Okay, so there it is. One tablet mounted on my dash. Now, it does kind of block the view of my stereo. Not too upset about that, because I don't really use the stereo much. I would much rather be able to see the map clearly, which is exactly what this gives me. And it's nicely within reach here of the steering wheel. Yeah, I like this. I do. We'll see how it holds up to some trail use. Yeah, cool. So there you have it. That was pretty easy to install, I have to say. Like I said, I've installed a number of these over the years, and they're all like this. The clip is always simple to install. The mount is just a matter of flat surface mounted to the front of the clip. If you're in the market for a phone mount, they're pretty cool too. The phone sort of slides into this, and it's adjustable. You can adjust these screws, and it adjusts in and out. They have many sizes of these things, and they're pretty durable. I've never had a problem with these things. I've never, aside from the one where the adhesive didn't stick and the clip broke, they've been very, very durable for me. So yeah, there you have it. ProClip phone or tablet mount install in a 2005 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. This should work for, I think they label it as an 03 to 06 Wrangler mount, but I know they make them for the older Wranglers too. So yeah, awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed. You can look for a blog entry that I'm going to be writing on how to install this as well if you'd rather read this instead of watch a video. Whatever. Anyway, folks, thank you to ProClip for working with me on this. All right, folks, so there you have it. In, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I was able to unmount my old phone mount, put in the tablet mount, and show you guys how to mount the new clip. So I'd say these things are pretty darn easy to install. Everything you need comes with them. All the mounting hardware you need, all the instructions that you need. I do recommend that you follow the instructions to the T, otherwise you could end up with that mishap like I had where mine had broken. Like I said, I did follow the instructions, but I didn't get the adhesive on just right. So be careful with that. That's the only real caveat I've ever had with using these Pro Clips. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it blocks my vents. That's not great, but I'm okay with that because it puts my tablet in a great viewing location. I can see the thing really well, and I can interact with this tablet on the trail without a problem. I do like the fit and build quality of these things. They mount so nicely. The mount itself is so nice and solid. They take into consideration things like your volume and power rockers and the charging port so that you can plug this thing in so it runs for you all day long. Like I did mention, it does sort of block my stereo, but I think I'm okay with that. I don't use the stereo that much on the trail. I do sometimes listen to like satellite radio or something. So that could be a little bit of a downside, but in the end, I think for the quality mounting solution for the tablet, I think it's worth it. It does clear all of this up, which was my biggest problem with the old tablet mount that I had. I had to keep looking down at it, where now it's right here. I'm a little disappointed that my phone isn't up here anymore, so I'm going to have to find a new mounting solution for my phone. It could be that I can just reuse this somewhere else, you know, anywhere where I can just slide the phone in, because I'm not going to be using it as my primary thing anymore. I'll use this for navigation, and the phone will just be there as a, you know, convenient place to get it out of harm's way. Maybe right there. What do you think? No. Anyway, yeah, ProClip USA. Been a customer for a long time, like I said. I've never had a problem with their stuff. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you see here, please hit the like and subscribe button. You can expect I'm going to be writing a blog entry or an article, install document, on how I did installing this. I'm going to be getting a bunch of pictures, put them up there. So if you have any questions about these mounts or my experience with them, please reach out to me. If you want to reach out to ProClip themselves, you can find them on social media, various places at ProClipUSA or ProClipUSA.com. All right, folks, awesome. Thanks for watching.